Hi there, my name's Simon, and in this video I'm going to walk you through your lunchtime supervisors experience of successful supervisors. This is about how to run your program and what it will look like on a day-to-day basis. The easiest way of doing this is to look at what the training will look like from the supervisor's point of view. I'm going to talk you through two models that have been successfully used in schools. The first is the group training model. If your supervisors already stay for a briefing or a meeting, then many schools have timetabled a successful supervisor's training session into that meeting, once every 2 to 3 weeks. You display the training video on an interactive whiteboard and everyone watches at the same time. The advantage of this model is that you can sit in the session with your supervisors and highlight any points that are particularly relevant to your team. You can complete the quiz as a group, and you're also on hand to answer any questions they may have. Another approach to training during meeting time is to sit the supervisors in pairs, and they complete the training with their partner on a laptop or an iPad. This model is especially helpful if you have any supervisors on your team who have challenges with literacy or language. Any supervisor who's absent from the training is allocated a catch-up 10 minutes when they return during their normal duties. This model works well if your school already pays for your supervisors to stay for additional hours. But what do you do if, for whatever reason, your supervisors can only work during lunchtime itself? That's where the individual training model comes in. Each day, one supervisor is released from their duties for just over 10 minutes to complete the training individually. They'll be reminded by the lead supervisor at the start of their shift that it's their turn to train. Their release time is most likely to be timed towards the end of lunch, once the food's been served and there's slightly less pressure on the team. The advantage of this model is that everybody learns at their own pace. If someone's absent, they simply continue with the program at their next allotted training day, and if someone new joins the team, they jump into the training at the start of the program. Whichever model you use, your supervisors will follow a similar routine. They'll complete a training unit on a nearby computer. This could be a desktop computer or a laptop, or even better, a handheld device like a tablet or an iPad that are quick to open and can be easily picked up and put down. Your supervisor then watches a short video walking them through a practical behaviour management technique. At the end of the video, they'll move on to a short multiple choice quiz, usually 3 simple questions that reinforce what they've just learned. They won't be allowed to move on to the quiz until they've watched the whole video, by the way. After answering most of the questions correctly, your supervisor is finished. They open the folder containing your success trackers, find their sheet, and signs and dates their own individual tracker. Job done. The training units do include some element of repetition. This is intentional to give reminders about past concepts before building on them or moving on to new ideas entirely. In our final video, we'll help you set up your timetable if you're using the individual training model to make sure every supervisor gets the training they need.